Did you know that more than 936 million people worldwide stop breathing during sleep, and that a groundbreaking discovery is showing that the answer to this problem may be hiding on your dinner plate? If you wake up every morning feeling like you've been hit by a truck, with a headache, dry mouth, and bone-deep exhaustion, prepare for a revelation that could completely transform your nights of suffering into periods of restful rest. Imagine waking up every day feeling like you haven't slept at all. Your body feels heavy, your mind is clouded, and you have a constant irritability you can't explain. During the day, you fight an overwhelming drowsiness, dozing off in traffic during meetings, even while talking to loved ones. Your family has mentioned that you make strange noises at night, that your breathing seems to stop for long, terrifying seconds. You've always attributed it to stress, but what you didn't know is that every bite of your dinner could be determining whether you have a restful night or experience choking episodes that can last up to 2 full minutes. Obstructive sleep apnea isn't just about loud snoring or feeling tired. It's about your body going into survival mode every night, fighting for every molecule of oxygen while you sleep. And the most shocking discovery experts around the world are making is that certain foods eaten at dinner create the perfect environment for your airways to completely close during sleep. We're talking about a chain reaction that begins the moment you swallow that last bite of food and ends with you waking up, gasping, heart racing, and unsure why your body seems to be trying to suffocate you. If you recognize these symptoms, then every second of this video could mean the difference between continuing to live in a cycle of exhaustion and oxygen deprivation, or finally understanding how small changes to your dinner can restore your ability to breathe freely throughout the night. What you'll discover isn't medical theory. It's practical strategies that people around the world are using to transform their nights of suffering into restorative periods of peace and adequate oxygenation. If you've made it this far, it's probably because you recognize some of the signs I mentioned, or you're worried about someone you love. I want to invite you on a journey of true discovery. By subscribing to this channel and activating the bell, you're joining a community that understands exactly what it's like to wake up more exhausted than when you went to sleep. You'll have access to the latest findings on how diet influences your nighttime breathing, as well as strategies you can implement today. Each subscription allows us to reach one more person who may be suffering in silence. We're building a support network where no one needs to face the challenges of reclaiming the basic right to breathe properly during sleep alone. The connection between your dinner and your nighttime breathing is much more direct than you might think. When we talk about obstructive sleep apnea, we're talking about how certain foods create a perfect storm of inflammation, fluid retention, and muscle relaxation that turns your airways into an environment ripe for complete obstructions. Imagine your respiratory system as a flexible tunnel that needs to stay open all night. Certain foods cause the walls of this tunnel to swell, muscles to relax excessively, and secretions to build up, creating choke points that can block airflow for more than 2 minutes. Let's start with sodium-rich foods consumed in the last 4 hours before bed. Excess salt causes fluid retention that spreads throughout your body, including the delicate tissues of your throat, tongue, and soft palate. Imagine a person who regularly eats processed foods, industrial sauces, or processed meats high in sodium. During the night, excess fluid accumulates in the throat, causing swelling in the tissues surrounding the airways. This swelling, combined with the natural relaxation of muscles during sleep, creates complete obstructions with each deep sleep cycle. The person wakes up feeling as if they spent the night struggling to breathe, which is exactly what happened. Histaminuric foods are another silent villain. Aged cheeses, wines, beers, cured meats, canned fish, processed tomatoes, and even leftovers left in the refrigerator for more than 2 days contain histamine, a compound your body produces during allergic reactions. When you consume these foods at dinner Especially if your body has difficulty metabolizing histamine, you create chronic inflammation that makes the tissues of your throat, sinuses, and airways swollen and tender throughout the night. Imagine a person who regularly eats a dinner of cheese, wine, and sausage. This combination creates an inflammatory environment that persists throughout the night. Inflammation causes soft tissue swelling, increased mucus production, and an immune response that keeps the body alert even during sleep. When muscles relax in deep sleep, already compromised airways easily close, causing episodes of respiratory arrest that can occur 30, 50, or more than 100 times in a single night. I need to pause and ask, how many mornings have you woken up feeling like you hadn't slept at all? Your body too heavy to get out of bed, your mind too foggy to think clearly. Have you ever seen concern in your partner's eyes when they mention you've stopped breathing? I want you to know you're not alone. If something resonated with you, write in the comments. I wake up more tired than when I go to sleep. Every comment shows others that they're not alone in their struggle. Someone watching may have been suffering for years without knowing what's going on, and your comment could be the push they need to seek help. Sugar and refined carbohydrates at dinner create a metabolic roller coaster that compromises both sleep quality and airway stability. When you consume large amounts of sugar before bed, it creates insulin spikes, followed by sudden drops in blood sugar throughout the night. These fluctuations activate your sympathetic nervous system, keeping your body on subtle alert that interferes with the relaxation necessary for restful sleep. Imagine someone who eats pasta with sugary sauce, dessert, and soda. This creates systemic inflammation and fluid buildup in the soft tissues. Refined carbohydrates release inflammatory cytokines that spread throughout the body, including the upper airways. When lying down, these already inflamed tissues become prone to swelling and obstruction, especially when throat muscles relax in the deep stages of sleep. Excess sugar also suppresses important immune cells, but it also stimulates excessive mucus production in the airways. It's like creating the perfect environment for your airways to become congested just when you need them to stay open most. A person who regularly consumes sugar-rich meals experiences not only episodes of apnea, but also fragmented sleep and a constant feeling that their rest is not restorative. The timing of your last meal dramatically influences your nighttime breathing. Research shows that people who eat their last meal less than 3 hours before bed are significantly more likely to experience sleep apnea, even without other risk factors. The digestive process requires your body to divert blood and energy to the gastrointestinal system, affecting the muscle tone of your upper airways. Imagine a person who eats dinner at 10 p.m. and goes to bed at 11 p.m. During the night, while the body should be focusing on tissue repair, it's still processing food. This division of resources results in excessive relaxation of the muscles that keep the airways open, creating conditions for respiratory obstructions. The person wakes up with signs of poor digestion and oxygen deprivation, headache, dry mouth, irritability, and unexplained exhaustion. The pressure of a full stomach pushes the diaphragm upward, reducing lung capacity and altering respiratory mechanics. When you lie down with your stomach processing heavy food, it creates pressure in the abdominal cavity that interferes with proper lung expansion and the maintenance of a clear airway. It's like your own body working against efficient breathing. Foods that cause gastroesophageal reflux create a direct connection between your stomach and airways. When stomach acid rises up the esophagus during sleep, it can reach the throat and upper airways, causing irritation, inflammation, and swelling of tissues crucial for unobstructed breathing. Tomatoes, citrus fruits, spicy foods, coffee after 2 p.m. Chocolate, mint, and fatty foods relax the esophageal sphincter, allowing acid to escape from the stomach. Imagine someone who eats pizza with tomato sauce, soda, and chocolate dessert. This combination creates the perfect scenario for nocturnal acid reflux. When lying down, Gravity can't keep the acid in the stomach, and the pressure of undigested food allows it to rise up the esophagus. If it reaches the throat, it causes swelling and irritation around the airways, resulting in obstruction that triggers apnea episodes. The person wakes up with a bitter taste, constant throat clearing, a feeling of something in the throat, and symptoms of a restless night. If you found this information helpful, please comment below. This helps me understand that I'm providing relevant content and shows others that these connections between food and sleep are real and worth paying attention to. Now let's get to the practical solutions you can implement immediately. The good news is that small changes in the composition and timing of evening meals produce surprisingly rapid improvements. The fundamental rule, leaving at least 3 hours between dinner and bedtime, allows for more intense digestion to occur while you're awake and upright, reducing pressure on the diaphragm and the likelihood of reflux. But it's not just when to eat, it's what to eat. Foods rich in tryptophan, magnesium, and potassium promote adequate relaxation without causing excessive airway collapse. Imagine someone who replaces processed pasta with sauce, with grilled salmon, steamed green vegetables, and a small portion of sweet potato. This provides amino acids that promote serotonin and melatonin synthesis minerals that aid proper muscle relaxation, and complex carbohydrates that maintain stable blood sugar levels. The result is deep, stable sleep with a reduced likelihood of respiratory interruptions. Cherries, kiwis, and bananas, consumed 2 hours before bed, provide natural melatonin and potassium, which regulate sleep and reduce fluid retention. Nuts and seeds in small amounts offer magnesium and healthy fats that promote sleep hormones without overloading digestion. Herbal teas, such as chamomile, valerian, or passion flower, help with relaxation without causing dehydration. Proper hydration with specific timing is crucial. Drinking enough fluids throughout the day keeps mucous membranes in the respiratory tract hydrated, reducing the formation of thick secretions that obstruct breathing. However, consuming large amounts in the 2 hours before bed causes frequent awakenings, disrupting sleep. The ideal strategy is to hydrate during the day and gradually reduce fluid intake as night approaches. Strategically consumed anti-inflammatory foods show impressive results in reducing apnea episodes. Foods rich in omega-3s, such as cold water fish, walnuts, and flaxseed, have anti-inflammatory properties that reduce swelling in airway tissues. Spices, such as turmeric, ginger, and cinnamon, contain compounds that combat systemic inflammation. Green, leafy vegetables provide antioxidants that combat oxidative stress, which contributes to chronic inflammation. Proper chewing can dramatically improve sleep quality. Chewing each bite thoroughly until it's practically liquid not only facilitates digestion, but also reduces the work your digestive system needs to do overnight. This allows your body to divert more energy to maintaining proper airway muscle tone. During sleep, thorough chewing stimulates saliva production, which contains digestive enzymes and antibacterial properties, reducing the growth of bacteria in the mouth and throat overnight. Imagine someone who decides to chew each bite 30 times before swallowing. Within a few days, they may notice fewer nighttime wake-ups, less stomach heaviness, and significantly improved overall sleep quality. It's a simple change with the potential to trigger cascading improvements across multiple aspects of sleep health. How many nights are you willing to continue waking up as if you've run a marathon in your sleep? How many mornings will you accept waking up with a headache, dry mouth, and bone-deep exhaustion? If you've made it this far, it's because you recognize that your nights aren't normal. Write in the comments, "I deserve to sleep and wake up rested." You deserve restful nights. You deserve to wake up energized. And you deserve to understand what's happening to your body so you can take the necessary action. I want to share stories from people who implemented these strategies. Imagine a person who for years woke up feeling like they'd been fighting the night away with frequent headaches and constant irritability. She tried stopping eating 3 hours before bed and eliminating high-sodium foods from dinner. Within a week, she noticed she woke up less during the night. Within 2 weeks' morning, headaches disappeared. Within a month, she reported, "For the first time in years, I wake up feeling rested." Another example, a person who suffered from waking up as if drowning with a racing heart, unable to breathe properly. Partners reported strange noises and frightening respiratory arrests. After implementing an anti-inflammatory diet, eliminating refined and processed sugars and eating dinner 4 hours before bed, episodes of choking decreased dramatically. 3 months later, my life changed completely. I had no idea how food affected my nighttime breathing. These transformations began with simple, accessible changes that anyone can implement today. The journey to reclaiming your nights doesn't have to be complex. It begins with understanding that your body is an integrated system where every food choice can promote inflammation and obstruction or healing and proper function. Every bite of dinner is an opportunity to support or sabotage your ability to breathe freely. You don't have to make all the changes at once. Start by increasing the time between dinner and bed to 3 hours. Observe how your body responds. Gradually add other changes such as reducing inflammatory foods or increasing anti-inflammatory vegetables. Each small change adds up, creating a favorable internal environment for restful nights. By implementing these strategies consistently, you can expect changes within the first week. Initially, you might see a slight improvement in morning sensation or a reduction in nighttime awakenings. Over the weeks, as inflammation decreases, improvements become dramatic and stable. Many people report that after 2 or 3 months, they feel like they've regained a fundamental part of their lives. Remember that obstructive sleep apnea is a serious medical condition with serious consequences if not treated properly. Dietary strategies can be extremely effective, but they are not a substitute for medical evaluation. If you suspect you have apnea, especially with frequent episodes of stopping breathing, seek specialized evaluation. What you've learned can be a powerful tool to complement medical treatment. Transformation is in your hands. Every dinner is an opportunity to choose between perpetuating a cycle of sleepless nights or taking a step toward deep rest. If this video offered valuable insights, like, share and subscribe to continue receiving transformative information. In the comments, share which strategy you intend to implement first. Each comment offers support to others on the same journey. You are not alone on this journey, and each night can be the beginning of a new relationship with the restorative rest your body deserves and needs.